Hello students. In the Geography Honors curriculum for semester 6, there is a paper titled Remote Sensing GIS and GNSS. The very first topic covered in its practical part is image georeferencing. In today's lecture, we will discuss the concept of image georeferencing, types of image georeferencing, and its importance in GIS and the real world. Now, the first question is, what is image georeferencing? It is a process through which an image or map, if not already defined by a geographic coordinate system, is aligned with that geographic coordinate system. Let's discuss in detail. In this research paper, the authors said georeferencing can be seen as an umbrella term for techniques which are concerned with the unique identification of geographical object. Okay. It is also mentioned that there are various definitions for the term georeferencing. For example, Sommer and Wade define georeferencing as align geographic data to a known coordinate system, so it can be viewed, queried, and analyzed with other geographic data. In USGS website, they have defined the georeferencing term as georeferencing means that the internal coordinate system of a digital map or aerial photo can be related to a ground or geographic coordinates. A georeference digital map or image has been tied to a known earth coordinate system, so users can determine where every point on the map or aerial photo is located on the earth surface. Okay, and there are so many definitions. What is georeferencing in GIS? Georeferencing is the process of assigning real world geographic coordinates to a dataset so it can be actually placed on the earth surface within a GIS. Okay, so in simple terms, it answers one fundamental question: where is the data located in the real world? When a dataset is georeferenced, every point, line, pixels is tied to a known coordinate system such as latitude, longitude, or a projected grid. Fine. Now, we know that raster data is obtained from many sources such as satellite images, aerial cameras, and scanned maps. Okay, so when you georeference your raster data, you define its location using map coordinates and assign the coordinate system of the map frame. So georeferencing raster data allows it to be viewed, queried, and analyzed with your other geographic data. Okay, so finally we can say, if we have any image or map, if it is not georeferenced, so we can give the geographical coordinates, or we can assign the geographical coordinate system to georeference the image or map. Okay, so why is the georeferencing matters in GIS? Because georeferencing matters in GIS. It ensures spatial data is actually aligned to real world locations. Without it, map may look correct at a glance, but the information behind them can be misleading, inconsistent, or unusable for analysis and decision making. Let me give you an example. Suppose I have a satellite image, raw satellite image, which is not georeferenced or not corrected. Why I have mentioned here not corrected? Because there is a term image processing. In this term, there are three stages image processing, like pre-processing, processing, and post-processing. The georeferencing is the process which is under the pre-processing. Okay, so georeferencing is the process, the fundamental process which can be applied before the processing of any satellite images or maps or aerial photos. Let's move on to the problem and methods of georeferencing. Just have a look at this research paper. Here, the authors have mentioned that problems and methods in georeferencing domain. So there are two types of problems and methods in georeferencing. First one is georeferencing of raster images and georeferencing of vector data. So if you compare between these two problem and methods, so always we can face in georeferencing process, the raster image is very difficult to georeference in the GIS environment. Okay, because when we collect the raw image, the image is to be corrected by using the geographical coordinate system. So it is very difficult to assign the geographical coordinate system to the raster images like satellite images, aerial photos, or the maps. From the point of view of problems and the methods in georeferencing domain, georeferencing of raster images is very important than the georeferencing of vector data, right? If we sum up this discussion about concept of georeferencing, so georeferencing means assigning real world geographic coordinates to a digital image or map. In aerial georeferencing is the correction of a digital image to ground coordinate using GCPs collected from maps or collected from the ground using GPS or any other GNSS systems. Here GCP denotes to ground control points, GPS denotes global positioning system, and GNSS denotes to global navigation satellite system. Now if I show you an ungeoreferenced image, see here it is an ungeoreferenced image which is not georeferenced with the geographical coordinate system. It has also coordinate system, but it is not geographical coordinate system. It is pixel coordinate system. See here in the right bottom corner, X 2345, Y 1567. It shows the pixel coordinate system. Okay. Now, if I give or if I assign any geographical coordinate system to this ungeoreferenced image, so what will it be? See here, georeference image after georeferencing. Okay, it is completely corrected and it has been assigned by the geographical coordinate system, and the points are here, shows the ground control points. Okay, so after the georeferencing, the image or map would be changed. See the left side image, which is ungeoreferenced image, changed to georeferenced image. Okay, now coming into types of georeferencing. There are three types of georeferencing process. If the GCPs or ground control points are collected from ground, the process is known as image to ground georeferencing. Actually, it is called georeferencing. Suppose I have an image or a map which is not georeferenced, okay, and we do not know about the geographical coordinates on the map or image. Okay, so we have to collect the GCPs from the ground visit by using GPS receivers. After collecting GCPs by GPS receivers in the software, we can put the GCPs to georeference the images or maps. Now the second type is, if the GCPs are collected from an existing map, then the process is generally referred as image to map georeferencing. Suppose I have a map, let's say topographical map, and we know that the topographical map contains coordinates, latitude, longitude, which is also called geographical coordinates. And from the topographical map we can easily collect the GCPs, connecting points of latitude, longitude, and put the values of these connecting point values, latitude, longitude, as GCPs to the software, and we will easily georeference the topographical maps which is not georeferenced. Okay, now the third type is image to image georeferencing. It is very difficult because if we have an image, high resolution image, so we have to georeference this image or the high resolution image by identifying the features on the image. Okay, because if the image is not georeferenced, so it will not be possible to georeference by using the ground control points directly. Okay, we have to use another georeferenced high resolution image similar to the ungeoreferenced image. Okay, so image to image georeferencing involves matching the coordinate system of two digital images. See here, with one image acting as a reference image and the other as the image to be rectified or georeference. Image to image georeferencing is the process of making image data conform to another image. Okay, it is also called an image to image correction or image registration. It is fitting of the coordinate system of one image to that of a second image of the same area. So this is the concept of georeferencing and types of georeferencing. In the next classes I will show you 3 georeferencing process.